How's it going? Another build blog because people like those. There's nothing really here right now because it's all printing. But if you looked at the title, this is the RIPperoni video, which was about that one that won the thing for the community tab, which is good fun. Actually, I guess I can't show this one sec. Oh boy. So we got the disc drying. The disc is the one thing that is done for RIPperoni. I'll probably flash on the screen right now some pictures of the chassis and the printing of said chassis. And that was what I worked on recently. And that is what I'm waiting for right now. We have a saw blade, which has been taken apart and all the internals have been taken out. And we're just waiting for the opportunity to put those and plug them in. This is, of course, the first version, and I am a little bit worried about this disc because it might be kind of hard to get an angle because this stupid thing is drying. I cannot get a good angle. Oh well. But the pulley's on the other side, and it's kind of narrow, and I'm worried the weapon might run into it. But it'll all depend on how much space we got for this, and if it doesn't fit, I can just make it bigger and just modify the chassis a little bit. So we'll see how this all goes. Should be pretty fun build, this one. As you can see, we got some nice body panels all together. Well, not all together, but we have them printed and we have them all kind of separate. Then I'm going to spray paint a white shade. Then eventually I'll end up going over them in a main coat. And I did want to test to see how well this weapon fits. And out of all the builds I've done, I think this is the closest one to like the closest I've ever been to like being too close, I would say, because there is very little leniency for this weapon to move, and yet, oh come on. It still spins pretty fine. Like, the gap is very narrow, but it spins really well, and I think I did a really good job making sure that was close enough. So this is very, very thin in between there, but it looks like it should work pretty well. So next up should hopefully be it all spray painted. I'm still waiting on the drive motors and stuff like that, but it's going pretty well. So some time has passed, and look at all of this cool stuff. Look at the cool checker top that took me like an hour to do with all of the cutting and all of this stuff with this stupid masking tape. It would be a real shame if I ended up not using this and decided to remake it at a better scale so that the weapon could be more of the right size. So yeah, I kind of decorated all of this, but I'm not even going to use it because I ended up changing a little bit of the specs before. So, you know, even though this thing looks really nice and theoretically I could easily still use it if I wanted to, I'm not. It is very well in scale still, but there's just one part of me that was bugging me. This weapon probably needing to be a little bit bigger. So that's what I did. And I'll show that, I guess, I don't know, maybe now or something, maybe if not. But this is what it would have looked like if I didn't, which is a bit unfortunate, but oh well. Better I notice it now instead of when it's all done and I can make a quick correction now if I need to. Although I do have to redo these top panels again, which kind of sucks. So, I've kind of missed a few updates probably on this. I don't remember where exactly I left this off because I haven't filmed one of the updates for this in a little while. But as you can see, this thing's looking pretty great so far. Let me try to get it roughly together. It's kind of weird. There we go. As you can see, this thing is looking really great so far. We have a motor here, not the motor I'm going to use, but it's another beefy motor I'm using for a stand-in. And that will go roughly here, and I'll have some more decals there to make it look nice and fancy. Got some decals, got even the little customer with, of course, some legendary toppings, including the legendary business tombstone. Shout out if you know that. All the cool sponsors, and it's looking great. What I'm waiting for right now is just the electronics. I need, of course, the main weapon motor. I'm getting a beefy-ish one. Not beefy as like Ocean Man was, but more like a proto-beefy motor, which should be provide a good bit of power, but won't be as strong as all the other ones, but it should let this hit pretty dang hard. So that should be something fun to look out for. And then, of course, just some drive motors. Looking in here, you can kind of see how it's roughly laid out. We have a spot where the circuit board is going to be. Actually, it's electronics are right there. Circuit board will go where those posts are. Motor here, motor there. And then these things will kind of just be roughly glued on because I don't feel like putting on screws. But this thing's going pretty well. Maybe the next update will be it done. I'm not sure. We'll have to see. And then I'm also working on a new jab. So there's that. Time for the final step. The motors have arrived. These nice different motors I'm putting in there. These actually look kind of reminiscent to the Havoc motors because they have the shorter front, so maybe they'll be more powerful. We'll have to see. Got the drive motors all in there, and hopefully the next video will be this thing working. So here's the state of things. It's very late, but I felt like getting this video out. Drive works pretty well. It works pretty nice, moves around decently well. Motor kind of fell because I haven't attached it in yet, but drive overall, pretty solid, pretty fine. Weapon though, I know you can't really tell, but these motors kind of suck, which really blows because I thought these would be really powerful, but I think something might have got messed up down the line with making this, so I might have to just swap it out for the original one and just like make it a little bit bigger so it fits. Not sure if I'll get more of those motors. I don't really want to spend more on them, but we'll see. Might just plug this in, but we'll see tomorrow. It's getting pretty late, but it is looking pretty good though, so at least that's something. Hopefully we'll be able to get it finished up soon. So, I don't know when exactly the last time I recorded one of these things for this, but it's kind of done. I've gone through quite the process of getting these beefy motors. I'm gonna actually go through the full story. So originally, I got some of these motors. This motor in particular I put on there, try to spin it up, and it did not work very well. Did not spin fast at all, and it was pretty sucky. So then I decided we got some beefier ones like this. Didn't work either. I tried them first in Monstrosity to see if maybe that could help, but they didn't. It started smoking, so I didn't bother. Monstrosity still works though, because I put one of these motors in it and it works Monstrosity just fine. But so I decided to just stick with the smaller motor, and I think overall it still looks pretty good, and in the end still spins decently well. Not the strongest weapon by any means, but in the end I think it should still be pretty solid and give some good fun moments, which is always the most important with these things. So I'm gonna guess leave this off here because I can't really show a full clip because all the robots that are in a future tournament are all laid out on my table, the arena table, so I'm not gonna do that right now. But in the end, thank you guys so much for watching. See you in the next one.